The world isn't slow, your mind is throttled. Underneath every conversation, every footstep, there's a hidden current, fast, precise, merciless. Most people never touch it. They live with the governor on, dragging seconds like chains. You don't have to. Strip the limiter, cut the safety wire, feel time bend until you're moving while everyone else is still deciding whether to breathe. This isn't about speed, it's about dominating the gap between thought and action. A silent revolt against the clock itself. Step in, and the rest of the world becomes background noise. Neural Overclock, not mysticism, not a trick engineering for perception. Train your senses to fire ahead of thought. Done with precision, it's an edge. Without breaks, it devours. We all live with a natural latency. See, interpret, decide, act. Comforting, predictable, exposed. Your job in phase 1 is to starve that lag. Start by cataloging pre-signals, a throat clearing before a lie, the tiny shoulder drop before someone turns, the breath that comes a fraction of a second before a sentence. Learn to feel the micro-weight shifts in a room. These are faint pre-echoes of movement. The fuse is recognizing them as data, not noise. Exercises. Breath leap. During a short clip, mark the inhalation that precedes the sentence. Stop counting words. Track exhalations. Micro twitch catalog. Watch hands in a cafe for 10 minutes. Name the micro gesture, then predict its next move. Sound smear. Listen to a crowded place and pick the single footfall that will be followed by a laugh. Phase 2. The engine. Your nervous system forecasts, the visual cortex guesses, and the basal ganglia vet. Overclocking amplifies prediction into action. Build 3 networks: pattern compression, anticipatory mapping, and split-second arithmetic. Pattern compression. Compress complex input into archetypes. Faces that tilt left mean disengagement. A hand drawn near the collar indicates discomfort. Train by labeling fast-flowing frames until recognition becomes automatic. Anticipatory mapping. Enter a space and log its grammar exits, bodies, reflective surfaces, dominant voices. You should be able to render a room blindfolded after one glance. Split-second arithmetic. Force small calculations under sensory load. Estimate distances, count beats, calculate angles between gestures. The point is speed, not perfection. Daily protocol. 15 focused minutes. Flash frame drills. Pedestrian prediction. Rapid scans. Expect noise and misfires. Then watch the world slow. Traffic hesitates. Speech lags. Gestures telegraph endings. You respond before your conscious mind finishes the script. There's always a cost. Too long at full throttle, and your vigilance becomes paranoia. Sleep fragments. Coffee becomes necessary like air. Every tiny anomaly feels like a threat. You'll catalog micro-expressions you never wanted to know, counting betrayals that never occurred. Social predators detect hot systems. Negotiators will mirror your anticipations and preempt them. Fighters will read that preempt and plant counter-predictions. Manipulators will weaponize rhythm, nudging the room's timing until your lead evaporates and you're chasing a ghost. Recognition is the first defense. Notice the fatigue, the jitter, the compulsive hunger for the edge. Addiction to being early is stealthy control masquerading as competence. Power without breaks destroys the engine. Limit: 15 minutes daily, 60 minutes, absolute maximum. Schedule the work, then lock it away. End sessions by nightfall. Protect sleep like a command center. Deep rest rebuilds the circuits that aggressive training chews up. Countermeasures when someone else is burning hot. Silence as weapon. Drop conversation into a deliberate pause and watch their forecast wobble. Rhythm shift. Switch topics. Insert an odd comment or take a long sip. Break their cadence until they return to conscious tempo. Deliberate clumsiness. Perform a small visible error to force others into normal time correction. Grounding rituals, barefoot walks, slow meals, reading without checking the phone, and tasks done with intentional slowness. Teach your body to coast. Mastery isn't relentless speed, it's selective arrival. Apply the overclock, where it grants leverage negotiations, high-pressure decisions, improvised defense, creative leaps. Don't exhaust it on trivialities. Build windows of application. A 15-minute morning block for perception drills, a short midday tune-up, and strict evening shut-off. Refinement. Context tagging label environments, where anticipatory advantage matters, and those where it harms relationships. Ethical slippage. Watch how being a half-beat ahead can erode empathy. Actively reorient toward consent and clarity. Recovery sequencing, cool down breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, magnesium-rich nights. Power without temper is violence. Making the world lag is a tool that can protect or harm. Use it to open space for others as often as yourself. Practice concealment. Sometimes the strongest move is pretending you don't notice. Final rules. Train and measured accountable blocks. Respect sleep, nutrition, and social repair. Use silence and rhythm to reset others, not to dominate. If your focus becomes the edge rather than the life you lead, stop. Neural overclock isn't a promise of omniscience. It's a discipline that bends time's margin in your favor. Done right, it's uncanny timing and a clearer mind. Done wrong, it's a dwindling circuit that rewires your life into a series of alarms. Use it with care. Keep the brakes and guardrails. Keep your humanity.